everybody, it's tequila time. New bottle to review, and that bottle is Ateo French Oak Anejo. As you can see, been testing it a little bit and giving away some samples. Let's pour some in a glass and we'll get this started. So, my first tasting of this was at the Kansas City Tequila Hunters Bottle Share last Thursday. We had a really great time. Didn't have as many people show as and maybe as usual. Time of the year, soccer and kids and other stuff. But here's a look at this in the glass. That compared to the regular Añejo, this is like twice as dark. This has a great aroma and palate. You get a mixed bag of results from people when you go to like Agave Matchmaker and you look at what's been reviewed. One of the things, when we were doing our bottle share, and we had a bunch of us had all poured this, and we were all talking about the aromas, and I don't know if it was just that was the thought, and it kind of, how that kind of goes in a group. Once one person smells it, everybody smells it. And it was grape. It's cherry, probably, more than likely. Through the reviews that I saw on Agave Matchmaker, cherry and dried cherries were the number one aromas and flavors on this due to the French oak. So let's give her a smell. No, I still smell grape. Sorry. It's, that's us. That's just what comes to mind. I think of cherries. I think of, like cordial cherries. But this is not that. It's 80 proof. Let's get a little information going on here. So it's 80 proof. It's out of NOM 1635, which is Plantaciones Tequilana 1635. Okay, there we go. And it's in Arandas, Jalisco. Ateo, it's done in French oak. So it's stone oven cooked. It's Tahona macerated. They do deep well water. They use stainless steel tanks for fermentation. Open air fermentation and without fibers. Twice distilled with a copper pot still with a copper coil. Then it was aged in French oak. So if it's an Añejo, that's 1 to 3 years. It does not tell me. And they do an aeration. So Total Wine, it is a Spirits Direct brand. Runs about $80. It is 18-month. So I knew I'd seen it somewhere. Just couldn't figure out where I'd seen it. So it spends 18 months. Just shy of 2 years in a barrel. But by the color, you would think it might even be a little longer. Great nose. Like I said, it's kind of the fruit note is a little overpowering, but it's we could air it out for a while. But I get a strong cherry / grape note to it, grape juice, kind of a Welch's thing. But it's very pleasant. Like I said, the cherry is very, the barrel aging on this kind of overpowers the agave a little bit, but the agave is there. Wow. That's first sip of the day, guys. So, letting it. Barrel notes are there. There's a lot of barrel in that. That oak is there. And it's not terrible. It's not ashy. It's not drying. It's got good moisture to it. The viscosity is nice. It's still there. It's not really thick, but it does coat the mouth well. We got cooked agave. Yeah. I get the cooked agave. I'm getting the fruits. If you want to call them dried cherries, that might be pretty close. Lots of barrel influence, a little cinnamon. Hint of vanilla. Very nice, easy to drink añejo. Because it's the French oak, it's going to be a little more fruity. But it's good. It is really good. And for the price point, hit $80 for a añejo. Wow. Does it, is it as agave forward as, let's say, I'm looking at the wall back here. It's Zumbador Añejo is better. At least the straight blends are. The Kansas pick was a single barrel pick. It's very barrel forward. Cascaween, well, I don't have an Añejo of that. I have extra Añejo and a Reposado. I do have the lower proof, but it's nowhere close to that. Fortaleza is very hazelnut forward. Plus, it's in American oak. Looking at my shelves, Jaguar. No, that's American oak again. The few that I have that are done in French oak, I don't think any of those are añejos. The 1146, that's just completely, and that's a half and half barrel, or half and half. It's aged in American oak and then finished in French oak. Would be comparative in a way, but the oakiness that we have here on the Ateo is higher. I mean, it's just more oaky. More barrel influence than on the 1146. Though the color is about the same. The fruitiness is about the same. But that's the closest comparison you're going to get. It is not anywhere close to, let's say, Tears, but that's an extra añejo because of its age. So, yeah, this kind of stands alone. But, again, for the price, we're under $80. This is well worth the $80. Ateo, in general, as a brand, drinks well, but it drinks at its price point, where like Zumbador drinks above its price point. It is, I don't want to say anything bad about it because it's not bad. I don't find anything that was added to it. It's just a really good standard tequila. I like their añejo, the regular añejo. I would have placed it as a reposado if I did it in a blind. It's not super dark. It's not super barrel forward, but it had good flavor. The reposado was light, needed more barrel aging to bring its flavor up. So whatever barrels they're using, especially in the regular line, which should be American oak, are a little lacking for their age. But this French oak is really nice. It was a great addition to the lineup. For, like I said, for a budget añejo, this is thumbs up all the way. So, yeah, it's worth it. I bought it. I've cracked it open. I've tried it. I've sent it off to people to try. But it's, remember where you're buying it from, because you're probably going to get it from a Total Wine. And when it's a Spirits Direct brand, it's a little pushy. They are a little pushy. They're trying to get, from my understanding, they every time they go down to go get tequila, they want it semi-load. So no matter what it is, so take that as you take that as you may. Like I said, it's good. It is good. Is it as good as other brands? No, but I think it's rushed all the way around. So, as a brand, I'm not saying that 18 months isn't enough, but I think they try to. The whole goal is to put out more tequila, and not saying they don't do it the right way. I'm not saying that. It's just. It is good. I think the average on it was about an 86, which that is a really good score for a tequila. So, again, I'm not knocking it. I'm enjoying it myself. But for a connoisseur of tequila, it's probably going to be a little lacking for those with a really sophisticated palate. For a beginning drinker, this is right on the mark. For a bourbon drinker trying to switch or get acquainted with tequila, this is a plus, bonus all the way. So yeah, it has its place in a lineup. It has a place on my shelf. I will be taking it and sharing it more. But would I buy it again? Under the right circumstances, yes. Generally, no. Probably when this bottle's gone, I probably won't replace it. I'm not saying that it's bad. I have limited shelf space. So, if I don't finish this within the next, say, couple of weeks, it's probably going to the lake to stay, to be in my second storage for my, I drink them down to about here, and I need the shelf space. So I loaded a bunch of them up and took them to the lake. So I don't have to haul stuff back and forth. He said, that's good. Okay. Is it a buy? Yeah, it's a buy. I have no reservations about buying it. Like I said, if I really wanted an inexpensive Añejo I liked it better than some other Añejos I've tried, so. Probably because I do like the barrel notes on it fairly well. It is very oaky, but that being that's first part of this video. Second part of the video is to check in on my InBottle aging projects. And we will start with the oldest InBottle aging product, and that is my Añejo. It's my yayo. I'm going to get this right up to the camera. I want you to see the nice color on that. That is really good. And so we're going to take a little taste. We're going to give her a test. I have not opened this since I put the stave in it. And we're going to pour a little bit out into a glass so we can see the color a little better. So I've got a nice light straw color. I'm going to look down the glass. No, that's not going to be well. But it's got a nice color to it. It's got a nice light cooked agave note to it, which I think is typical for yayo, at least at this point. I'm not getting the cooked agaves come a little bit stronger. I'm getting hints of the oak stave. Let's give her a taste. Wow. That's 96 proof, so we're gonna let that sit for a minute. Let's see. Wow, that's really got some nice notes to it. Questioning whether to leave it or pull it. I'm gonna have to go back and look and see where we were at. April 13th. So that's 7 days ago. So this is probably about 8 days old. A little over a week. Like I said, on the nose, this is really light in general, with the way my sinuses are right now. And I'm doing pretty good, but I'm not picking up like I did with the Ateo, because that's very bold and in your face. It's a little overpowering. It's good. I mean, I've got a light cooked agave. Again, maybe a little bit of the barrel notes. It's very light on the aroma. But on the palate, that's really nice. Light oak, cooked agave, a little vanilla, some cinnamon. I think I'm going to let this sit a little bit longer, but really not a lot. I'm probably going to pull the stave probably in a couple days. We might round this off to a full good 10 days of aging. I don't think it's going to get any darker. But this is darker than just about any yayo I've seen. I know they're coming out with a new añejo that's done in multiple casks, but it has a very red tint to it. I think it uses some French oak wine barrels that give it a little different color than this. But we're going to let this sit a little bit longer. Let's see, a couple more days. Doesn't seem to like it's changed in the past couple from the times I've checked it. But you know what? It's good stuff. Let's rinse my glass a little bit. I want to try something else. This is a newer one. That I started about 5 days ago. And that is my Suerte. And you can see that this went from clear to a very nice dark color. And this is not going to be exactly representing the color. If you can see here, I'm going to try to get the best view of that. There we go. You can see from the top and what you see here in the neck. That has got a very nice color to it. This French oak stave was seasoned with PX sherry. So it is something that I am trying to emulate that was done by Cascaween and House of Rare. So dry the glass a little bit. We're going to pour a little bit of this in because I want to get a good look at it. So we're getting this color. Again, light. It's got a nice dark hay color to it, light caramel. It's coating the glass nice. This is at 104 proof, where that was 96. But this, I'm not sure. This is 5 days. Got a really nice color to it. It's not super dark, but then again, it's not very light. Ooh. Getting the cooked agave. It's got a fruit note to it. I'm not picking up any barrel off of it. That's something different. This is interesting. I like it. It gives the Sorte a little more bang for its buck. Can't place the fruits though, and I can. I mean, it's coming on the back of my palate, but that's the sherry in the stave. That's where I'm getting a little bit of that raisin note. It's nice. I think I'm going to leave it for a little bit longer too, and then I may transfer it to a clear bottle and kind of give it a little better viewing. But that's nice. That's real nice. I think it needs a little more time in there. That's nice. The French oak is not overly strong. The sherry's not overly strong. I did dry this before I put it into the tequila, so it soaked up some of that. But it's giving off some dark fruit notes to me. A little cinnamon. Really, I'm not getting any oaky flavors to it. I'm strictly fruit, cooked agave. Nice little minerality to it. It's really good. It's really good. I think I'm going to let it age a little bit longer. But I'm going to give it a couple more days, and then I think I'm going to pull the stave. And then I'll probably transfer it to a bottle that's a little easier to see. I've got a few to pick from, but I will probably pull the labels on so I can show you without the label on this, and then transfer back into there. But wow, love it. Like I said, a little more time, that's going to really be good. Quick news for not this week, but next week, a week from today, Mary Carmen Ortiz Conway. If you do not know who she is, please look her up on Facebook or Instagram. She has a Zoom call on Monday, a week from today. This is Monday. This will come out probably Wednesday. So, but a week from today's taping, on the 27th, we have a Zoom at 8 o'clock Central Time with Mary Carmen. Check out her Instagram and her Facebook page. You will find the actual poster ad for that Zoom call. This is a free call. It's open to public. Welcome for anybody to try and then have some fun with us. We're going to drink some Yayo tequila along with John Bollinger, the founder, and see what's out, what's coming new and what's not, and everything else. And gonna, just catch up with him and have a good time with a whole bunch of people. And it's always a fun time with Mary Carmen. So that's coming. And then at the end of the week, on the 30th, which is Thursday, the Agave Social Club. If you're a member, please come join. We're having a call with Doug and a new guest. So don't know all the information on that. I just know that it is the 30th and it is a newer tequila brand. So there'll be some good information coming from that one. Other than that, the next Kansas City Tequila Hunters Club will have a bottle share, and it should be the 21st of May at Old Shawnee Pizza. We'll probably start about 6 or 7 o'clock, and come get a pizza and bring some tequila, and we'll share some stuff. I'll probably have a couple bottles available of my own concoctions to try, as well as a couple other things. So, hey, come and join us. Have a good time. I'm not probably going to have much coming out unless I get something new, which I've already pretty much at the point that no, I'm not buying any more tequila for a while. I need to empty some shelves, and but I do have a birthday coming up, so, and we're going to do a tequila tasting with friends at my sister's house up in North Kansas City, and it ought to be a fun time. Just trying to get through birthday and Mother's Day and all that stuff all put together, so we're having a good time. Anyway, well, I can't stall any longer, but it's good to have you guys here. Please like and share, and if you've got a friend who's on the fence about tequila, having watched some of my videos, maybe, I don't know if it'll change their mind, but I will let them know that there are lots of good things out there to try, and almost all of them are, especially the ones that are on my shelf. There's really no duds in the bunch. I got a couple that are bottom shelf, but those are gimmies and gifts. I'll put it that way. Ones that I purchase, there's no duds in that bunch at all. So if I've got a good video on it, if I like it at the end of the video, you're guaranteed. I'm pretty guaranteed you're going to like it as well. Learn to drink tequila neat, the right way. Sip, swish, swallow, breathe in, breathe out through the mouth. It will help make your tequila journey more enjoyable. But salute, my friends. Drink good tequila. It'll be good to you. And we'll see you next time on the same bat time, same bat channel. Well, we don't know about the time, but it will be, well, it's always the same bat time. It's 12 noon every time I release one. And the same bat channel as of It's Tequila Time and YouTube. And we'll see you soon. Salute.